Dear students, we are going to discuss about the female reproductive system. Now, the female reproductive system is very complex than the male reproductive system because it consists of a pair of oviducts, uterus, cervix, vagina and the external genitalia located in the pelvic regions. So, these are organs present in female reproductive organs. The first one, a pair of oviducts. Oviducts is otherwise known as fallopian tube. It is present in either side of the uterus, where the fallopian tube present at the either side of the uterus. So, here uterus, then fallopian tube present on either side of the uterus. Now, uterus and cervix, vagina, so these are main organs of female reproductive system. Now, mammary glands. Mammary glands is otherwise known as milk glands, are integrated structurally and functionally to support the process of ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, childbirth and childcare. So, what is meant by ovulation? The egg released from the Graafian follicle is known as ovulation. Then fertilization. So, the male gametes and the female gametes fusion together is known as fertilization. Pregnancy. So, after fertilization, the female gets pregnancy. Childbirth. After full development of embryo, the delivery is known as childbirth. Then childcare. So, these are very important process of female reproductive system. First one, we will discuss about the ovaries. What is meant by ovaries? They are primary female sex organs. Primary female sex organs that produce the female gamete ovum. So, the ovary produces ovum or egg. The ovaries are located one on each side of the lower abdomen. So, a pair of ovaries present on either side of the uterus. Here, the yellow color diagrams indicates ovary. It is present on either side of the uterus. Is an elliptical structure about 2 to 4 cm long. So, the ovary is elliptical structure. What is elliptical structure? Elliptical structure அப்படிங்கிறது நீள்முட்டை வடிவத்தில் இருக்கும். ஓவரி எந்த வடிவத்தில் இருக்கும்? நீள்முட்டை வடிவத்தில் இருக்கும். அதனுடைய length எவ்வளவு? 2 to 4 cm long. Each ovary is covered by a thin cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium அப்படிங்கிறது கனச்சதுர வடிவ epithelium அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். அப்ப இந்த cuboidal epithelium எங்க இருக்கு அப்படின்னா ஓவரியினுடைய அவுட்டர் மார்ஜின்ல இருக்கு. அவுட்டர் மார்ஜின்ல இருக்கு cuboidal epithelium. அப்ப இந்த cuboidal epithelium நம்ம வேற என்ன சொல்லலாம் அப்படின்னா germinal epithelium அப்படினு சொல்லலாம். So, which encloses the ovarian stroma. இதுக்குள்ளார என்ன இருக்கு அப்படின்னா ovarian stromaவும் இருக்கு. உள்ளுக்குள்ளார ovarian stroma இருக்கு. The stroma is differentiated as the outer cortex and inner medulla. இப்போ நம்ம ஸ்ட்ரோமாவை நம்ம ரெண்டு பகுதியா பிரிக்கலாம். outer cortex னும் inner medulla அப்படினு ரெண்டு பகுதியா பிரிக்கிறோம். So, below the germinal epithelium is dense connective tissue, the tunica albuginea. அப்ப the germinal epitheliumத்துக்கு கீழே என்ன இருக்கு அப்படின்னா tunica albuginea அப்படிங்கிற பார்ட் இருக்கு. இது வந்து fibrous connective tissue. இப்ப next வந்து cortex regions. It appears dense and granular due to the presence of ovarian follicles, various stages of development. இப்போ கார்டெக்ஸ் ரீஜனில் என்னென்ன பார்ட் இருக்குது அப்படின்னா the various types of follicles present in cortex regions. அப்போ இந்த கார்டெக்ஸ் ரீஜனில் நிறைய ஃபாலிகல்ஸ் அமைஞ்சிருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். மெடுலா அப்படிங்கிறது it is a loose connective tissue with abundant blood vessels, lymphatic vessels and nerve fibers. அதாவது மெடுலா பார்ட்டில் என்னென்ன ஆர்கன்ஸ் இருக்குது அப்படின்னா it is made up of loose connective tissue. தென் இதில் என்ன இருக்குது அப்படின்னா blood vessels இருக்குது, lymphatic vessels இருக்குது, nerve fibers இருக்குது. ஏன்னா blood vessels helps to supply the blood to the ovaries. Then lymphatic vessels, lymph supply into the ovaries. Then nerve fibers, it transfer the impulses to the ovaries. So these are very important vessels present in medulla regions. The next one, mesovarium. The ovary remains attached to the pelvic wall and the uterus by an ovarian ligament called mesovarium. Where is found the mesovarium? In uterus. Mesovarium is a ovarian ligament present between the pelvic wall and the uterus, This is known as mesovarium. Then female accessory organs. Accessory refers to additional organ. There are the fallopian tubes, uterus and vagina. These are female accessory organs. The first one, the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes contains three main parts. Is called infundibulum, ambula, isthmus. These are main part of the fallopian tubes. Then infundibulum. The proximal part of the fallopian tube bears a funnel-shaped infundibulum. So, what is the infundibulum? Infundibulum present at the proximal part of the fallopian tubes. It is a funnel-shaped organ. Is known as infundibulum. So, the edges of the infundibulum have many finger-like projections called fimbriae, which help in collection of the ovum after ovulation. What is meant by fimbriae? It is a finger-like organ present in the infundibulum. அதாவது விரல் போன்ற நீட்சிகள் இதில் காணப்படுது. எதில் அப்படின்னா இன்ஃபண்டிபுலம் அப்படிங்கிற பார்ட்டில் இந்த விரல் போன்ற நீட்சிகள் இருக்கும். இதுக்கு பேர் தான் ஃபிம்ப்ரியே அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ இதனுடைய வேலை என்ன அப்படின்னா இட் கலெக்ட்ஸ் த ஓவம் ஃப்ரம் த ஓவரி அட் த டைம் ஆஃப் ரிலீசஸ், அட் த டைம் ஆஃப் ஓவுலேஷன். தென் ஆம்புலா. The infundibulum leads to a wider central portion called ambula. ஆம்புலா அப்படின்னா என்ன? ஆம்புலா அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு அகன்ற பகுதி. இது எங்க இருக்கு அப்படின்னா இன்ஃபண்டிபுலத்துக்கும் அடுத்தபடியா இருக்கிற இந்த பகுதிக்கு பேரு ஆம்புலா அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். It is a wider regions of the fallopian tube. It is very essential for fertilization because the fertilization conducted in ambula. Then isthmus, the last part of the oviduct is the isthmus, which is short and thick walled connecting the ambula and infundibulum to the uterus. Then what is isthmus? Isthmus is the last part of the fallopian tube. It connects the ambula and infundibulum to the uterus. அப்போ இஸ்துமஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது எதெல்லாம் கனெக்ட் பண்ணுது அப்படின்னா இஸ்துமஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது ஆம்புலாவை கனெக்ட் பண்ணுது, அடுத்தது இன்ஃபண்டிபுலம் இந்த ரெண்டு பார்ட்டையும் கனெக்ட் பண்ணுது. எதனோட கனெக்ட் பண்ணுது அப்படின்னா யுட்ரஸோட கனெக்ட் பண்ணுறது. இந்த ஆர்கனுக்கு பேர் தான் இஸ்துமஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். தென் யுட்டரஸ் ஆர் womb. It is a hollow, thick-walled, muscular, highly vascular and inverted pear-shaped structure lying in the pelvic cavity between the urinary bladder and rectum. So uterus is otherwise known as womb. Where is found the uterus? Uterus is the main part. It is present between the urinary bladder and rectum. It is inverted pear-shaped structure. Inverted pear-shaped structure. Pear-shaped structure அப்படிங்கிறது பேரிக்காய் வடிவத்தில் இருக்கும். பேரிக்காயை கவித்து வச்ச மாதிரி இருக்கும். இந்த பகுதி பேர் தான் யூட்டரஸ் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். இது வந்து நிறைய பிளட் வெசல்ஸ் இதில் இருக்கு. So the next, the major portions of the uterus is the body and the rounded region superior to it is the fundus. What is the major portions of the uterus? So the major portions of the uterus is known as body and the superior to the uterus is known as fundus. Fundus is a rounded portion. Fundus is the rounded portion. So next, the uterus opens into the vagina through a narrow cervix. Here, the uterus is the major portion. It opens through into the vagina by cervix. The cavity of the cervix called the cervical canal communicates with the vagina through the external orifice and with the uterus through the internal orifice. So the major portions of the uterus opens into the vagina through the cervix. The cervix canal opens into the vagina through by external orifice. External orifice. Then the cervical canal opens into the uterus is known as internal orifice. Internal orifice. Here, what is external and internal orifice? It is a very small openings. It is known as internal orifice and external orifice. The cervical canal along with the vagina forms the birth canal. So the cervical canal and the vagina combined to form the birth canal. The wall of the uterus has 3 layers of tissue. One, perimetrium, myometrium and endometrium. So there are 3 layers of uterus. What is the perimetrium? Perimetrium, the outermost thin membranous serous layer called the perimetrium. Here, the uterus is made up of 3 layers. The outer layer is known as perimetrium. The outer layer is known as perimetrium. It is made up of serous layer. What is serous layer? Serous means it is made up of smooth muscles. It is made up of smooth muscles is known as serous layer. Serous layer. Then myometrium, the middle thick muscular layer called myometrium. Myometrium is the middle layer. Myometrium is the middle layer. It is very thick layer. It is present between the perimetrium and endometrium. So they are called myometrium. Then endometrium, the inner glandular layer called endometrium. It undergoes cyclic changes during the menstrual cycle, while myometrium exhibits strong contractions during parturition. What is endometrium? Endometrium is present at the inner part of the uterus. Endometrium is the part of inner layer of uterus. What is the main role of endometrium? At the time of cyclic changes during menstrual cycle. Then it exhibits strong contractions during parturition. Parturition, what is parturition? Parturition means birth. The fetus delivery at the time of birth is known as parturition. The next, vagina. It is a large fibromuscular tube the extends from the cervix to the exterior. It is the female organ of copulation. So what is meant by vagina? Vagina, it is a fibromuscular organ. It is a fibromuscular organ. It is begins from the cervix regions and opens into the exterior. It is a copulatory organ. What is meant by copulation? Copulation means at the time of mating. Then the female reproductive structures that lie external to the vagina are called the external genitalia or vulva. So what is the external genitalia or vulva? It is present at the opening of vaginal tract is known as external opening or vulva. Then it comprising of labio majora, labia minora, hymen and clitoris. So these are additional organs of the vaginal tract. Then Bartholin glands. It is also called greater vestibular gland. They are located posterior to the left and right of the opening of the vagina. So where is found the Bartholin glands? The Bartholin glands presents at the posterior part of the vaginal tract is known as Bartholin glands. It is present at a left and right side of the walls. What is the? So they secrete mucus to lubricate the vagina and are homologous to the bulbourethral glands of the male. What is lubrication? Lubrication அப்படின்னா வழவழப்பு தன்மையோட இருக்கிறது. Then the bulbourethral glands in male. The Bartholin glands homologous to the bulbourethral glands. The Skene's glands. They secrete located on the anterior wall of the vagina and around the lower end of the urethra. So where is present the Skene's glands? It is present anterior part of the vaginal tract. They secrete a lubricating fluid and are homologous to the prostate gland of the males. So these glands homologous to the prostate gland of the male. Then hymen. The external opening of the vagina is partially closed by a thin ring of tissue called the hymen. Hymen is a very thin layer. It is present at the opening of the vaginal tract. The hymen is often torn during first coitus. Actually, the hymen அப்படிங்கிற லேயர் வந்து டோன் ஆயிரும். எந்த டைமில் டோன் ஆகும் அப்படின்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் காய்டஸில் டோன் ஆயிரும். It can be stretched or torn due to a sudden fall or jolt and also during physical activities such as cycling, horseback riding, etc. வேறு எப்போ இந்த ஹைமன் அப்படிங்கிற லேயர் வந்து டர்ன் ஆகும் அப்படின்னா ஒன்று வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சடன் ஃபால் ஆர் ஜோல்ட், திடீர்னு விழும்போதோ அல்லது குதிக்கும் போதோ இந்த லேயர் வந்து டர்ன் ஆகலாம். அடுத்தபடியாக சைக்கிள் ஓட்டும் போதோ அப்படி இல்லைன்னா ஹார்ஸ் பேக் ரைடிங் குதிரை சவாரி செய்யும் போது இந்த ஹைமன் லேயர் வந்து கிழியலாம். So therefore cannot be considered as an indicator of a woman virginity. இந்த ஹைமன் லேயரை வச்சு ஒரு உமனுடைய விர்ஜினிட்டியை நம்ம கெஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. Dear students, we are going to discuss about the menstrual cycle. What is menstrual cycle? The menstrual cycles occurs in every human at the age of puberty. The menstrual or ovarian cycle occurs approximately once in every 28 or 29 days during the reproductive life of the female from menarche to menopause except during pregnancy. So the menstrual cycles occurs at the time of menarche. What is menarche? Menarche is otherwise known as puberty or age attain periods. Then up to menopause. Menopause refers to at the age of 45 to 50. So the menstrual cycles begins at the age of menarche or puberty. It continue up to menopause. The cycle of events starting from one menstrual period till the next one is called menstrual cycle, during which cyclic changes occurs in the endometrium every month. The cyclic events starting from one menstrual period till the next one is called menstrual cycle. The menstrual process occurs in endometrial walls due to breakdown of the endometrial walls. Next, menstrual cycle comprises of the following phases. So what are the phases? The first one, menstrual phase, then follicular or proliferative phase, then ovulatory phase, then luteal or secretory phase. So there are four kinds of menstrual cycle occurs. The first one, menstrual phase. Menstrual phase. The cycle starts with the menstrual phase when menstrual flow occurs and lasts for 3 to 5 days. What is menstrual phase? The blood bleeding occurs in menstrual phase. It begins for 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days. The menstrual flow is due to the breakdown of endometrial lining of the uterus. So, what is the reason for menstrual phase occurs? Due to breakdown of endometrial walls and the blood vessels also rupture. So, there is menstrual phase occurs, and its blood vessels due to declining in the level of progesterone and estrogen. The main reason of blood bleeding occurs due to by declining of progesterone and estrogen. These are main hormones. These are main hormones for females. One, progesterone and estrogen. So the progesterone and estrogen is reduced at the time of menstruation periods. Menstruation occurs only if the released ovum is not fertilized. Menstruation occurs only if the released ovum is not fertilized. So the egg released from the ovum, there is no fertilization occurs. Absence of menstruation may be an indicator of pregnancy. However, it could also be due to stress, hormonal disorder and anemia. So the menstruation also due to stress, hormonal disorder and anemia. The next one, follicular or proliferative phase. What is proliferative phase? It is otherwise known as multiplication phase. The follicular phase extends from the 5th day of the cycle until the time of ovulation. Until the time of ovulation. So ovulation means the egg released from the follicle due to by LH hormones. So they are said to be ovulation. During this phase, the primary follicle in the ovary grows to become a fully mature Graafian follicle, and simultaneously the endometrium regenerates through proliferation. During this phase, the small egg develops into gradually as primary follicles in the ovary grows to become a fully mature Graafian follicle. Then these changes in the ovary and the uterus are induced by secretion of gonadotrophins like FSH and LH. The FSH and LH hormones are called gonadotrophins. Why are we said like that gonadotrophins? Because the FSH and LH hormones involves only during the reproduction. So they are called FSH and LH hormones, which increase gradually during the follicular phase. It stimulates follicular development and the secretion of estrogen by the follicle cells. So the follicular development due to by LH hormones and FSH hormones and secretion of estrogen also in this phase. The next one, ovulatory phase. Both LH and FSH attain peak level in the middle of the cycle. So the LH and FSH hormones secrete high amount in the middle of the cycle about the 14th day. Maximum secretions of the LH during the mid cycle called LH surge. So what is LH surge? So the maximum secretion of LH during this phase, so they are called LH surge, induces the rupture of the Graafian follicle and the release of the ovum. The LH helps to rupture the Graafian follicles and release the ovum, that means secondary oocytes, from the ovary wall into the peritoneal cavity. This process is called ovulation. The fourth type is luteal or secretory phase. During luteal phase, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle is transformed into transitory endocrine gland called corpus luteum. Now, what is meant by Graafian follicle? The ovum and follicle together is known as Graafian follicle. Then it is transformed into transitory endocrine glands. Transitory means temporary endocrine gland called corpus luteum. What is corpus luteum? Corpus luteum is one type of endocrine glands. It is used for to produce corpus luteum is used for to produce progesterone. So they are called corpus luteum. It secretes large amount of progesterone, which is essential for the maintenance of the endometrium. The progesterone helps to maintenance of the endometrial walls after fertilization, because the fertilized egg implantation in the endometrial walls. So the progesterone helps to the egg implanted into the endometrial walls. Next one, the uterine wall secretes nutritious fluid in the uterus for the fetus. So this phase is also called secretory phase. Why are we said like that secretory phase? Because the uterine walls secretes nutritious fluid for fetus. So they are called secretory phase or luteal phase. The next one, during pregnancy, all events of menstrual cycle stop and there is no menstruation. So during pregnancy, the menstrual cycle will be stopped. In the absence of fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerates completely and leaves a scar tissue called corpus albigans. So, if the absence of fertilization, the corpus luteum degenerates, then it will converts into scar tissue or corpus albicans. The scar tissue is called corpus albicans. It also initiates the disintegration of the endometrium, leading to menstruation, marking the next cycle. Now, what is the diagram indicates? The first one, FSH and LH. The FSH hormone secretes during follicular phase only. So, it indicates FSH. Then LH hormone secretes at the time of luteal phase. The next diagram, events in the ovary. Here the follicles, the primary follicles, secondary follicles and tertiary follicles are gradually develops into matured follicles. Then the mature follicles breaks or ruptures by LH hormones. The eggs are released. This process is known as ovulation. Then after the ovulation, the empty follicles converts into corpus luteum. Then it is a transitory endocrine glands. After the corpus luteum degenerates or constricting into corpus albicans. It is a scar tissue. Then third one, ovarian hormones. So what is hormones secreting during the menstrual cycle? The estrogen hormones secretes in high amount at the time of follicular phase, as well as the progesterone hormones secretes high amount during the luteal phase. So this diagram indicates about the menstrual cycles.